lyric a song about reefer. And who better for you to handle this than a tea the number one analyst of the cannabis sativa. Go and get a pillow and a cigarillo. If I know it's the killer, I'm yelling, roll one up, Joe. Or roll a backwood up. Tripping on me cause it was sloppy, I better get fucked up, though. I be smoking from different kinds of kush. It's the best of me, especially the purple and the OG. But y'all might call it the granddad. Better savor it and take a pour slowly. Eyelids low. Ain't no doubt about it that somebody gon' peep me. Go ahead and ride. I think I'ma chill because I'm kinda sleepy. Me and my niggas and my crew will get into it. Now we be at odds hardly, cause we smoking on an ounce of the ganja. That Bob Marley. Me a rock to the reggae music. Whenever me feel it split working. Kill off in it rude boy. If it take away my herb of the herbs in.
Smoking on that fire, puffing on that draw, puffing on that draw. Kush weed gets me higher, kush weed gets me higher, and the diesel get me blow, and the diesel get me blow. Smoking on that fire, smoking on that fire, and the puffing on that draw, and the puffing on that draw. Kush weed gets me higher, kush weed gets me higher, and the diesel get me blow, and the diesel get me blow.
It smell good, let me hit that. Blow kush for ballin' MJG. Smoke haze, I used to a seagull. Freeway put me on to the backwoods. And Bleak introduced me to Diesel. And Snoop turned me on to the chronic. Smoking it, I was feeling bionic. Looking at me rolling the blunt and I'm huffing and puffing. I can't get enough of the stuff and I'm losing my logic. You can smell it all on my follicles and I'ma follow you cause of the draw. But if it ain't, I call it audible. I be getting nothing but love cause I be smoking the bud. It's looking like it's from a High Times order. Particles I be grinding up at the hash. I put some on your blunt if you come up with the stash. To take it to the head is a gift, I'm cool. But if I share it with a bitch, I'ma be fucking the ass. Stay having sessions and my ends is plenty. So when I'm smoking, my friends is with me. Make them feel a slow breeze, cause I blow trees like the Windy City. Let me call up the weed man, cause if I hear we got new shit, we own it. Me and you can hook up and go get the ounce. And I got 250 on it.
Smoking on that fire, puffing on that draw, puffing on that draw. Kush weed gets me higher, kush weed gets me higher, and the diesel get me blow, and the diesel get me blow. Smoking on that fire, smoking on that fire, and the puffing on that draw, and the puffing on that draw. Kush weed gets me higher, kush weed gets me higher, and the diesel get me blow, and the diesel get me blow.
Smell good, let me hit that.
Extra low, top flow, and a double tree, and a shot town when I'm smoking this kush shit back to back. Got me ripping track with track, like whatever say when that real at. That one hit and you feel it. I know I'm a dog, I done smoke that train wreck, ain't wreck yet. I'ma smoke till it hurt my shit. On the East Coast, they feed me, man. Plug me with the diesel, man. Got me in New York eating everything. Then kind of Jamaican kush, stick to the bag, yeah. Put my whole click on his ass. Don't like the brag, but I smoke. Choke on the best of the best. I be high as a rap pussy when I'm up in the West. I'm chocolate tired, I'm so hot. I done smoke that piss cat. Smell good, let me hit that. That's why Michael Phelps did that.
Smoking on that fire, smoking on that fire, puffing on that draw, puffing on that draw. Kush weed gets me higher, kush weed gets me higher, and the diesel get me blow, and the diesel get me blow. Smoking on that fire, smoking on that fire, and the puffing on that draw, and the puffing on that draw. Kush weed gets me higher, kush weed gets me higher, and the diesel get me blow, and the diesel get me blow.
It smell good, let me hit that.
What's happening? Sativa Sports Talk. We back in this thing, man. We got a
Goddamn
very special episode today, man. We're excited. We're really excited. It's Fight Week in Sacramento. UFC Fight Night came to Sacramento. The UFC's in town, man. They rolled out the red carpet, cameras everywhere, man. It's been wild all week long. I'm here with my host, Boss Boy in the building.
What's happening?
Blase.
We back in here. Having fun.
Jamie Jones, as always. Big week. Emerald Cup last weekend.
Yes, sir.
Awesome displays. And
the foremost expo for all of the cannabis harvest for the 2016 season. It's pretty awesome.
It really is. Let me get a microphone for our esteemed awesome guest we have today. We almost have like a female power show today.
Yes, sir.
We have never had 3 women on our show.
Ladies' night.
It is ladies' night, and we have a group of awesome ones. And let me get them a microphone, Freddie.
Yes, sir. No. We're going international. We got Kamala all the way from Norway.
Yay!
Yes, coming to visit, man. She's a Team Alpha Male regular. She won. What was he? Didn't you win some tickets to an event?
No, I won a contest to corner Andy Ogle in Sweden.
That's right. That's right. Oh, so UFC cornerman.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
That was awesome.
And we have competing this weekend at the UFC Fight Night, Leslie Smith. Really happy to get Leslie in the studio. What's up, Leslie? How you doing?
I'm happy to be here, feeling good. Gonna fight this Saturday and just cruising into the home stretch right now.
Nice. How's your weight?
I'm doing good. My weight's awesome.
That's what's up, man. I know that's half the battle some of the times, but you're getting down to the weight.
It is, and it's a tough thing too, is figuring out like, oh, should we get rid of it all right now, or should we like wait until the last second so that you're only depleted for the shortest amount of time possible? And then sometimes when you're like, okay, only gonna do it at the very last minute, even then you're like, I don't know. I gotta take care of it now, because like it's hard to rest and relax when you know that you got some pounds to take care of. So
right, no, definitely a lot of weight. Besides the weight on your mind, knowing that you have to knock that down for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, it's a nice year on the home field advantage as much as you can be, being having the show in Northern California and not having to travel and hop on a plane this time, though.
Absolutely. This is the first time I ever fought locally before. So,
that's
yeah.
What's up. Yeah.
Usually, I mean, like the last couple fights, I've been in Brazil and Mexico and Australia.
Different airs, everything. Now you're home now.
Yeah.
So you feel good. Huh?
Does that suck fighting out of the country like that, or do you like it?
I love traveling. Traveling is one of my favorite things. And getting to travel and be a fighter when I travel, that's one of the sickest things possible. Like, greatest ways to travel, because I get to go places and people are, like, hospitable and welcoming and want to take you around and show you things. And it's like wonderful. So it was a hard choice, actually. I almost got to fight in Ireland and I turned it down because I was like,
been pretty cool too.
It would have been cool. I started Googling like hiking trails in Ireland and stuff. But I was like, no, I want to, maybe it's going to make a difference. Maybe fighting locally is going to be as cool as everyone says it is.
Right.
So.
No, for sure. I think so.
Do you got family coming from out of town for this fight to come see you instead of you being out of town all the time?
Well, so I don't know. That's, quite frankly, I don't know, because that was the one thing I was worried about, is getting stressed out about having friends and family around.
Can I get some tickets?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I get some tickets though?
So I kind of stepped back from all that. My mom was like, "Ooh, can I get tickets?" And I was like, the angles on TV are so much better.
It's free on TV.
They do that for a living, Ma. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it hasn't been hard to deal with or anything, but it's nice just knowing that I'm here around everyone.
And this fight kind of came together last minute as well, right? You weren't originally on the card, or did you know you were going to be fighting?
I wasn't originally on the card, but I decided I was going to be on the card. My teammate who's cornering me, Carrie Melendez, she just had an awesome fight on Bellator. She got a TKO. Or not a TKO, a knockout. Right. It was a straight knockout.
Straight knockout.
She put the girl on her butt. They were like Tweety Bird.
Straight right, and sat her down fast.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Right. No,
so she had her training camp, and I was like, all right, I'm in the gym. I'm training 100% for her camp, and then I was like, no matter what happens, I got to get on the Sacramento card. I was just like, I believe I'm going to manifest this. I'm going to make it happen.
Speaking into existence. Yeah.
So I was like, awesome. It's just got to happen. So even though maybe it didn't get announced, even to myself, until kind of late, like I knew it was going to happen. It was the plan.
Goddamn right. That's awesome. Congratulations.
So did you know a lot about your opponent? Do you know a lot about your opponent?
Yeah, I know her name's Irena Aldana. She's coming from Mexico. I've gotten to watch her fight before in Invicta. This is her first UFC fight. She's coming over from Invicta. Wow. Yeah, nice. And I'm a huge Invicta fan. I fought for Invicta 6 times, and I love Invicta and everything Shannon Knapp's done for women and in MMA. And So I've spent a bunch of time watching all the different fights and following things, and so.
And you're the spokesperson?
Is that what I sound like?
No, I'm saying, aren't you didn't you commentate for the last Invicta?
I got to do post-fight interviews, which was so cool.
Moving into media, adding that,
totally.
Why not? Spread your wings, right? That's pretty cool.
Well, there's such cool people that do all this media stuff, like
fun.
you guys.
No, thank you.
So she's like a boxer is her style. She's obviously an MMA fighter and well-rounded because nobody gets to the UFC without being well-rounded at this
nowadays,
point.
right? You got to be good at everything.
Mm-hmm. And so she's legit. She's a good fighter, and I'm excited. I think it's gonna bring out an exciting fight with her style. She's got a stand-up, moving around style, and I'm excited to put it down.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
How would you describe your style?
Aggressive, exciting.
For sure.
I like the stand-up too, but I feel like I'm pretty well-rounded too. I come from a great pedigree of schools.
Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Yep, that's right.
Doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Yep, totally.
Cream
And
of
then
the crop.
just being out at El Nino Training Center in the city with Gilbert Melendez and Jake Shields, I think every time I touch the mat, I think I get a little bit better just by osmosis.
Nice. Yeah.
That's dope.
Hopefully, so many great people. Hopefully, some of the greatness just rubs off. Huh?
Yeah, totally. So if you ever see clips of me like rolling around on the mat all by myself, that's what I'm doing.
Are you happy that there's like 145 title talk now, like about bringing that belt into the UFC?
I'm pretty fascinated by the talk. They've got Holly Holm and Jermaine Rondami are fighting for the title, which is great. I thought I would have watched them fight at 35, but for them to get to fight at 45, like that's cool. I wonder how it's going to change things.
Definitely going to give the women more exposure and open up some new opportunities. That's for sure.
Yes.
They need more weight divisions.
Right.
Totally.
In general, period. Dudes do too. That 20 pounds between, like, what is it?
I need a 225 weight class. I'd be so happy. 205 is a little bit of a stretch. 225, I'm right around the corner.
Exactly. I'd make some between 170 and 185 as well.
You could do it. It'd be a bit.
That's a big
right.
difference.
It'd be a tough cut. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
It'd be a tough cut, but you might be able to do it.
Yeah. But that's what's up. Man, I'm glad you're here. How did that knockout you had, that ass whooping you had, feel the other day? What was that, 2 weeks ago?
Oh, gosh, it was November 19th, so however long that was.
Yeah, something like that. That's my mom's birthday. Shout out to Mom.
Happy
She's probably
birthday.
smoking weed right now watching this.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
But yeah, you look really good in your fight. I got to catch that. I came home and matter of fact, your fight was starting when I walked in the door. And I sat down and watched the whole thing and
The 12 seconds. I caught that 12 seconds.
You were
What was it, 21 seconds?
It was short.
Yeah, it was short. I felt good. You know, I trained really hard, and I'm glad all my training showed. There was a lot more that I had to give. So, you know, for my next one, I'm excited.
So after a quick ending like that, are you ready to take a fight in like 2 weeks or something? Like, because you almost like, you know, you didn't exert. Or you tell me if I'm wrong, because I haven't fought. I just trained. I could be like 13th best boxer in the world right now if I took it seriously. But,
Hummingbird.
yeah, plenty of the job. But does that make you want to go? Does that make you feel like you can go right back in when it's a quick fight?
You know, I could, but the training camp wasn't the easiest. It's about 8 weeks of putting in that hard work. So I definitely wanted to stay in shape because of Leslie. That's the only thing that made me stay in shape right now. It's because she'd come out to kill me.
True.
So I stayed in shape for her, and maybe further down the line, I'd do 2 in a row if I got a knockout like that. But right now, I was ready for a break.
I like it.
You got to enjoy the holidays, man.
Exactly.
It ain't go time around it's family time.
Are you happy over Bellator? Or are they treating you nice? Or would you rather take it over to Uncle Dana and them?
They're treating me very well. You know what? Scott Coker, he's a great dude, and I think he does great things for the sport.
Right.
And right now we're renegotiating my contract, so, you know, we'll see. You know, I plan to re-sign with them, but you never know.
Nice.
Big.
After a fight like that, it's a good time to be reading.
Ching, ching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After the highlight.
Bring me that cash.
Yes.
And now you're up. How's fight week for you?
I love fight week.
Are you grumpy?
Do I look grumpy?
No, not at all.
No, I'm not grumpy. It's cool. I don't have too many media obligations or anything like that. So it's for me. I'm like, oh, finally, people are gonna stop telling me what to do. I get pretty excited about not having to do the training camp anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like you kind of got to get to that point to know that you're training hard. You kind of got to hate it a little bit. So. So I'm pretty excited about Fight Week. It's going good. It's cool to get to be here in Sacramento, City of Trees.
Right? City of Trees.
Yep, City of Trees. I second that.
Definitely lives up to the moniker.
That's
for sure.
We enjoy the trees over here at Can Accelerate / Interesting Media. Please come down and get compliant. Shameless plug. Come down if you're a grower, extractor, delivery store owner, and you want to be legitimate. We got one of the top attorneys in the state.
If you don't want to be a criminal and you want to be a legitimate businessman, you know what I mean? You might want to tap in. It's legal nowadays.
It's a booming business. Hit canaccelerate.com and find out more. Freddie Big, what do you like Fight Week?
What am I like Fight Week?
Yeah.
I don't gotta cut no weight. I don't know. I'm relaxed.
You're
I guess
relaxed?
I'm pretty relaxed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like
You don't
by
have
that time you don't really
have to hate your opponent and all that shit.
No, I don't really hate any of my opponents. So when I fight, I don't really have hate for your opponent. You're just kind of like, I mean, I'm a martial artist. You're out there like, showing your martial arts, showing your martial. So I know some people, they have to hate their opponent and like that person's dead to them. A lot of, but me, not really. I don't know. I know what real beef is. I know that's not real beef.
True that.
And I know there's like rules, and we're at the end of the day, we're gonna shake hands and walk away.
True that. Cash that check
and I think it's foregone conclusion. Like you're gonna fight. Like there's not like
there's not
a lot of
much
times. Are you gonna fight? Or you're not gonna fight? Like in real life situations, you might fight, you might not. Like you signed on the dotted line, you're gonna fight, bro. It's on.
Yeah. But we see a lot of our friends jump into Twitter beef before the fights.
It's funky.
With
tweeting.
Shout out to Team Alpha Male and all them fucking savages.
Right. What was that kid's name who was running his mouth on Instagram that Bopo just beat? Damn, that's a bad look.
Oh yeah, Bopo just won.
That's a bad look.
Knockout title.
He lost the Instagram beef and the fight. He's 0-2
for 5 rounds.
0-2.
Yeah, got whipped on.
Pava.
How about you? Do you develop anger for your opponent, or do you?
I've tried it a couple times. The one time that I got all salty at my opponent and was like, I want to break something, like your teeth, was it was when I was fighting Raquel Pennington, because we used to be training partners.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Rocky.
Yeah.
She came out to the Bay for a while?
No, I was in Colorado. I was in Colorado Springs
okay.
before I moved out here. That's where I started my fighting career, and so we were training out there. That's where I got my amateur and my pro debut, and my first title was out there, and then I came out here.
What camp was that with?
It was Congo Do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I found out later. We talked afterward. Was that the matchmaker was like doing their thing behind the scenes? I think I read somewhere
trying to stir the pot a little bit.
I think that the new UFC matchmaker was trying to do that too. I think I read an article about that where someone was like, "I didn't turn that down," and they were like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry."
Arlovsky.
You did. Is that what it was?
What's the Anthony Johnson came out and said Arlovsky was scared to fight him, and Arlovsky was like, I never even got offered the fight.
Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably the one. Yeah, fight, man, matchmakers can do that. They can only do it so many times before people are like, let's just talk, you know?
Right. No, for sure.
No reason to get all crazed. But I'm kind of at a point right now where, like, especially with the advent of the fighters associations and the fighters union, where I'm seeing that the unity of the fighters, that's the most important thing. Because at the end of the day, the better off that my opponent's doing, then that means the better off that I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad you brought that up. So how do you feel about the new? I know you were working to get a fighters union started, and then I know that some other guys came forward looking to start a fighters association. I know none of it's cemented. So what is your take on are you still trying to start your own union, or how do you feel about the new association that's being formed?
Right. Well, I'm all about the unification of the fighters. as far as me trying to start my own union, I'm only one person.
Right.
You know, that's the it's in the name. Like, it takes unity. It takes a whole bunch of people. It's going to take a way
I
more
would
than
say
roster.
like lead, but you were helping to organize.
Yeah, I was helping to organize, and then
You
that
had a
didn't
plan. I
really-
seen the plan.
I wrote out the plan.
There it is. Right.
Thanks for reading it. I was pretty stoked, and I still am stoked. I still think that things are happening, that we're building steam, that progress is happening, not for any one organization, but for the whole thing. That it's going to take all these steps and these snafus, and we're learning from every single one of them. And yeah, you know, the first one I got behind didn't really pan out, and then the second one right now with Bjorn, I talked to Bjorn for like almost 2 hours on the phone, and
That already seemed like a conflict of interest, seeing that it's only affecting UFC fighters, and the former Bellator exec is running it, or has a lot to do with it. That seems like it seems like it's a little bit awkward.
Sounds like let's fuck the UFC.
I don't see. I'd like to see how it plays out. Right.
Yeah, no, but I think it's necessary, and I think you have to start with the UFC if you want to make a union. Like, you have to at least have all them guys on board if you want any traction with it. And then slowly you could bring all the find a way to bring all lower levels kind of into the same rule process.
I mean, that's a theory, but a lot of things, you start locally and then you go globally. Typically,
Right,
you start
yeah.
locally and then you go globally. So if
But
it's
yeah, I think it almost gets less in credibility though if the UFC fighters or Bellator fighters are down with it. You know what I mean?
I think vice versa. If everybody, so if we start at grassroots, right, and you unionize locally, that's the people who are going to end up in the UFC. So if they're already a part of the union and they're competing locally, those people who are selected to the UFC would already be a part of the union.
Yep.
True, but how many localies are there to unite?
Hella, bro, you been. Come on,
Hella
it's
localies.
supply and demand. There's supply. It's supply is out here.
UFC.
You know what I mean?
There's one UFC to find
Man.
everybody, but to find
Go to a local event and you'll see.
amateur
There's hella little fighters
we
out
go
there.
to a bunch. Titans cage.
There you
there's
go.
Global Knockout. There's West Coast. There's Tachi. There's there's all these.
Conquer Fighting Championships.
Conquer, Dragon House. Like, man, that's a lot of calls to make.
There's a lot of people, or
Hey,
A
we
lot
never
of
said it was
shows
gonna
to
be.
show up.
We never said it was gonna be easy.
yeah, it doesn't need to be. Doesn't
But
need
it's
to
real
be
easy
easy.
though. Look,
Yeah,
if you're a
it's
fighter,
about-
if you're a fighter in California, you're licensed.
Yeah,
Slap
true.
that list over.
Well, look, here's where I'm at right now is that there's this group called the MMAFA, the Mixed Martial Arts Fighters Association, and they've been around for the longest. They've been working on restructuring the whole sport, because what they're saying is that the way the UFC is, you fight for a UFC belt in the UFC. They're saying that restricts the competition because no other promotion can compete with the UFC to put
Right.
up the UFC belt, because it's got to be the UFC. So not only do the promoters not get to compete against each other, like in boxing, there's like all the promoters are competing against each other to put on
Right.
the sick fight that everybody wants to see, right? They're like, this dude's got 2 belts, this dude has 3. Are they going to unify? I don't know. Let's see who's
Right.
going to pay the most money to see that. But that can't happen in MMA the way it's structured.
Right.
And then on top of that, I signed with the UFC. I'm saying, okay, I'm only going to fight in the UFC. So I'm agreeing to limit my competition, even if there's someone who's freaking top dog over in another promotion. I'm saying, I'm not going to seek out the true competition. I'm just going to stay here. So the MMAFA, they're trying to restructure things with the Ali Act, and they've got the antitrust lawsuit going on. They're looking at the big picture right now, which is wonderful, and I'm all about the big picture. Definitely want to change things for the sport, but I also care a lot about the individuals, and my main focus with the individuals, getting the biggest change for the most people right now, is healthcare. We need healthcare for fighters. How many fighters do you guys know that have injuries and they're
They
freaking
can't afford to fix it.
They're freaking limping around. They're like, I just gotta get another fight. After the fight, I'll get the insurance. Dude, that's like at least
you ain't
30
never lied.
to
You haven't
65%
never
of
lied.
any team out there. Any team out there.
There's a couple people in the gym down the knee. Down the knee, but they're still ready to fight. Like, I'll take a fight. That's cool. I'll get the surgery.
Yep.
Then it'll be on. No,
Yep.
you ain't lying. Healthcare is a huge thing. It's crazy. And there's so many injuries. And there's so many times where people are preparing for a fight and they get injured and they're not covered under the healthcare. So that is ridiculous. That is I think it would be a huge hurdle. And like in my last fight, I had with Bellator, I had a huge issue with them paying my medical bills. So I know that healthcare is like a huge issue in MMA.
Yeah. So I got a plan. I got a
Go.
plan.
Do it. You heard it here. Let's hear the plan.
I want to set up an insurance program, a medical and dental insurance program for fighters. We're gonna get all the fighters on it, and this isn't the liability that the UFC does or the Bellator or any of the other promotions do. This is real live insurance. Like, you get an earache, you can go to the doctor. Dude, that's crazy, right? I've never done that in my entire adult life. I take it back. One time when I was in Thailand, I did.
For $31 or something.
Yep, $31, a smile, no wait. They were like, yeah, come back. It was
Right.
awesome.
That is gnarly. The notion that you think you could fight for money is like a crazy notion, because we see them in the gym. The struggle is real of getting to that point, getting to the big stage. We see a lot of guys that fight for little to no bread, and like 8-week training camps where they're almost in the hole afterwards. Like, finding, ways to sell shirts. That's why I always buy cat shirts, even though fighters don't make shit my size. I be hating on these niggas all day. I got to give my wife every goddamn shirt that a fighter makes, because they won't make a 2X.
Yeah.
They got like extra medium is the biggest they got. I'll be pissed. But yeah, I still try to support, and I buy tickets off them because, man, it's real out there. Like, a guy can go in there and fight for 15 minutes for $1,000, and that's like scary as thought. Like, fucking, so they do need representation, like better, like unity, like because it seems like boxing does better. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if boxing even has
longer. So I feel like, at least the sport of MMA is making
it's.
progress.
I do too.
Right.
You're lucky over here, though. In Norway, MMA is illegal, so everyone has to go fly overseas.
That's why she
For
flies all the way
real?
out here to watch fights. Fly all the way to America to watch fights.
And no insurance will cover any damages.
Damn.
Wow.
So you could train it.
Healthcare in Norway, though? Do you pay for healthcare or?
No, we get free healthcare, but it won't cover anything if it's
From fighting.
yeah.
Oh,
Nice, though.
but you're allowed to train.
I'm allowed to train.
No wonder she looks healthy.
Right?
I'm allowed to train, but I'm not allowed to fight.
Right.
So and that's a big issue because that makes it so.
So
much
where's the
more
closest country where you can fight?
What?
Where's the closest country to you where you can fight?
Sweden.
Sweden?
Yeah.
I knew I liked Sweden.
Sweden, Denmark, UK.
Oh yeah, all them boxers, all them punchers over in Sweden.
But it
All of them
makes it
dudes
so
throw
hard for
hands,
people to make
man,
money.
and
Holland.
kicks.
Holland.
Holland, like
Yeah.
Man.
It makes it hard to make
Manhoff,
money.
and yeah, definitely.
You don't get sponsors because people
Yeah.
won't see anything. about it.
Right.
You have to pay like.
So you almost have to move if
Yeah.
you really want to get serious.
If you want to get serious,
You gotta-
have to move.
yeah.
If not, you're gonna spend like $500-$600 on actually fighting.
Right,
Not
right.
earning anything.
I heard that.
So if you fight legally in another country and come back injured, can you go get medical care?
Well, you can, but you gotta lie.
You gotta lie. Yeah, I'm
I
pretty.
fell down the stairs. For
Blas,
15 times.
immediately jump with that lie. I'm ready for you. You beat the system. Blasna, before you take a fight, do you gotta be do you gotta be angry at your opponent?
That's the only time I'm taking. Shit. Other than that, I'm trying to stay peaceful.
Oh man.
So I know you only had a short time to stay with us, so before you get out of here, I wanted to touch on a big subject. I know you actually went to North Dakota, if I'm right?
Yeah.
For the if people don't know, the North Dakota
High
Access
five.
Pipeline. So I know you were like one of the people who actually put their feet. I know a lot of people tagged that they were there, but you actually had your feet on the ground and were actually there. So
what made you go?
Man, sometimes when you care about something, you can only share it on Facebook so many times before you're like, dude, I gotta freaking really do something.
Yeah.
Eventually you just gotta walk the walk, or else you gotta shut up with the talk. So I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
That's big.
And stand up. That is big.
yeah,
big.
let our listeners know more about what's going on out there.
Yeah, man, thanks for bringing it up. So it's the Dakota Access Pipeline, and they're sending a pipeline from the Bakken fields in North Dakota all the way down to Illinois. It's going through 4 different states. what the major issue is, because there's a lot of pipelines. There's tons of pipelines going through the U.S.
Mother frackers.
Yeah, fracking in the first place is freaking horrible.
It's terrible.
Freaking fracking.
Fucks every city up it does it in.
It's destructive. It's no good for the environment. Every environmental study has shown that it's horrible. But our infrastructure is so based on oil, and there's so many people who've invested in oil in this country that it continues. It's going on, and that's one of the reasons that this is such a big deal. So what's going on? The major issue, it's almost 1,200 miles long, this pipeline. But there's a section of it that's supposed to cross right a mile above the Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota. So they're like, hey, no, we don't want it here. That's way too close to us. It's gonna burst. It's gonna mess up our water supply.
Exactly.
We don't want it.
You're gonna frack our land, and it's gonna contaminate it like it does in every other city, and we're just gonna be fucked up, and you guys are just gonna leave and do nothing about it. So please stay away from here.
Yeah, there's oil pipelines that burst 4 out of 5 days.
Really? Is that prevalent?
Yeah, that is really prevalent. Although I got that from Facebook, so there's a slight chance that I'm wrong. Slight chance that I'm wrong.
I learned it on a meme. I don't know how credible it is.
Hey, but even 1 out of 5 is too many.
Exactly. Well, even 1 out of 5 is too many. Okay, so what's happening is that this pipeline is supposed to go in, and they have to desecrate burial grounds. They offered the tribe. They offered them $10 million in order to do it. And the tribe was like, no, that's not enough. It's got to be $150 million, which is an exorbitant amount of money. That's a large fee. They said it because they knew they weren't going to
That's that I don't want to sell it price.
Exactly. So, there's a bunch of people running around saying this is just about the money. And you know what? Maybe it started off being just about the money, but it's more than that now.
And they're going to have to be able to pay after you fuck their land up. We're going to have to pay for the damages, like after you leave and not care about what you just fucked up. So we do need 150 million. We're probably only going to get to keep 20, like, because 130 is going to go to fix spills and what you fucked up. Yeah, it's awesome that you went.
I didn't see any action while I was there.
Oh, you didn't?
No, it was back in October when I went. So it was before, man, did you guys see the footage of the people? Dude, the water hoses.
Flash grenades.
Oh, gnarly.
I was watching on Periscope where people were there filming it up close and shit. Me and my wife sitting there like, damn, what are they doing? Like, 'cause it was pretty gnarly evening actually watching that shit.
Crazy. And then even after millions of people watch that live, watch them spraying the people, watch the police being the ones who started the fires and used their hoses to spray the people, not put out the fires. They still had the guts to be like, we were just putting out the fires.
Yeah.
Those water protectors, they're protesters. They were rioting, and we were just trying to save the land.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and there's people who believe it.
Right. Everybody was surprised, but niggas.
It's not on Fox. They're like, hold on, I watched Fox News tonight. I didn't see any of that.
I didn't see any of that. And it wasn't
on ABC.
Yeah, a lot of other people weren't picking it up either. Like,
28
yeah, it was like it was short, but there was a win for the little guy because Obama announced that they are going around. And they did not get, they were not granted an easement, is that what it was called? Yeah. To continue on where they were, so they couldn't go through, they had to go around, which is a win. It's pretty much a win for the Dakota, for the reservation.
It's a battle. It's a win in a battle, but the war is not over.
The war is not over.
Because the Energy Transfer Partners said, we don't care.
Yeah.
They said, we're still going to do it. They issued a statement to all their shareholders, and it was a public statement. They said, we don't care about the denial of the easement. We're still going to finish this pipeline.
Wow. We'll pay the $100 million fine. That's just the cost.
Yep.
It's like 16 days of business.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude,
you guys can get that.
So now what's happening is that the next step was that the Army Corps of Engineers was like, ooh, okay, well, if we're gonna like really do this, then we're going to have to do something more than a piece of paper. So then they were like, all right, well, we're going to raise the level of Lake Oahe. That's what it's going to go under, one of the tributaries to the Missouri River. And they're going to flood it so that they can't dig underneath it. It's going to make it unstable so they can't get to it. So until I see that the water level has risen and all the equipment has moved out, then it's not, the war is not over. And it's a straight up war. Dude, did you see when they said that they were going to prevent any supplies from being delivered to the people who were staying at the camp?
Right.
That's a fucking siege.
Yep.
That's a war tactic.
Yeah, cutting off supply lines. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Like,
She's like, message.
You guys got me on fire. Oh
It's real on the battlefield.
yeah, to isolate your enemy. Yeah, it's a wicked game they play, man. But it's cool that it's like, it's almost cool to be active nowadays. And I like that. It's almost cool to stand for a cause nowadays. It's becoming, there's a lot of, there is. But the momentum for people to kind of, quote unquote, wake up. And I don't necessarily mean it in the cliche way, but start paying attention is even a better word to what's going on around them, and speaking up against it is pretty dope.
Yeah.
We're seeing it more than we have in a lot of years. With a lot of groups, and now you could take your Tinder date to a Black Lives Matter rally, and you know what I mean, and be cool with it. You know what I mean. We did a good thing. We got some popcorn, and we put our fist in there. Power to the people. But that's awesome, man. Thank you guys for coming. How long's your break? When you getting back in the ring? We know who your damn husband is. He's a savage. But
Top 10 in the world for a decade.
Goddamn right. One of the greatest. But
I'm gonna figure out when he's fighting first. And we got a kid, so we're gonna figure that out. And
right.
Is it? And I go next.
Is it weird to talk about him in every interview?
No, I'm proud of him.
I know. Yeah.
He's done it. He's an OG.
Damn right. Yeah, no, I love it. And you guys are an awesome couple, as we see from the outside. But I'd be like, man, she just beat the shit out of dude. Like, I'm not dude, but she just fucked that person up. Yeah. Like, I let her. We know about Gilbert. We don't want to hear shit. We know Gilbert. He's a savage, one of the greatest. We know everything about that man. I can tell you how he fights, all that shit. But yeah, no. But I know it comes with the territory, and it's awesome. He's gonna fight. Nothing's up though, huh? We talking about Gilbert.
I know you don't want to talk about Gilbert, but let me ask you about Gilbert.
Yeah, when's his birthday? No.
So his favorite color is
April 12th, same as my mom's, right?
Yes, it is April 12th.
Same as my mom.
Oh damn, he knew it and shit. Sativa Sports Talk. We know everything. Tap in.
A little bit. I've been knowing Gilbert since 2000.
College.
Wrestling back in the day, right? Yeah, Freddie be talking like he be giving them Al Bundy speeches.
Polk High.
He had 4 touchdowns for Polk High and shit. Older I get, the greater I was. I was lit back in the day. Yeah, I was the best dude ever in 1992. So how does this fight end?
Man, my fight with freaking fireworks with my hand raised.
Goddamn right.
That's what's up.
We like slap your opponent for us. Can we get one open palm? And I can say, "Ooh, that's for us." It'll be us now.
You know what? I will try to work that in.
I love you.
For you. I will. I'll be like, Sativa Sports Talk, slap.
There we go.
That'll be the greatest. I'm in row CC, so I will get your attention.
I'm big on me in the C section.
Yeah, I'm close. Oh, yeah, it's not because I crip. It's just I had to go. Uriah's last fight, man. Uriah's that dude. What he's done for this sport in this region, like a legend. You know what I mean? How have we not even talked about that at all? That dude, like, has been a savage for over a decade, and I still say he's gonna be mayor of Sacramento at some point in time. His brand.
I could see him being mayor.
I could see him being
mayor.
Yeah.
That's funny. The first time I ever seen Faber fight was in 2006. Jake Shields was the main event at the Cow Palace.
Sick.
Yeah.
For who?
For King of the Cage, maybe Gladiator Challenge. I don't know. Faber choked out. What was the kid's name? Maybe Enoch Wilson. Maybe, possibly, could have been. I don't know.
Enoch Wilson.
I know Jake choked somebody out fast. Poor dude.
Jake saved out. Well, thank you very, very much. How can everybody get a hold of you? You are Leslie Smith,
I am Leslie
MMA.
Smith. Yeah, on Instagram.
On Instagram, that's where you're active most.
Yeah, that's right. Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
we'll
best
say
place.
that.
That's where I want to see all the people following and liking stuff, and where I'm most likely to respond. I leave most of my political stuff over to Facebook. If you care about the Dakota Access Pipeline things and the union stuff, then follow me on Facebook, and I'll respond to you about that stuff too. And if you just care about fighting stuff and the team, you want to see El Nino Training Center all over the place, then follow my Instagram, because that's where I'm at every day.
I love it. And where can we find you?
I'm most active also on Instagram, so Carrie Melendez 415.
Carrie Melendez 415. She's set tripping with the 415. Like, you know what it is. Like, you know where we at.
All day, every day.
If you want all day, every day.
You gonna run it.
If you want some, I'm over here. Hyphy veteran. I see it. I'm over here. We just here. Like, yeah, we